It's been already a month now. This device is out, and you can actually say this is one of the best 5G phone recommended right now if you have a budget of under 30,000. So what makes this device one of the best selling phones right now? Apart from the hardware, software, some of the other cool features that are brought first time under 30K, which is of course the wireless charging, and in combination with the IP rating. Even though we have the Nothing Phone 1 which can do offer you the wireless charging, we have the Samsung A34 on flat 30K which can offer you IP67, but combining all these features there is no such device. So this is the first device which is bringing everything. Also the super compact form factor, the smaller, the lightweight design, curved display, combining everything, this is actually a solid package. So yep, the Fox version on the background is again a kind of different thing, or you can ask as synthetic leather. If you go with the plastic, the weight will be slightly more reduced. When one cons of this panel is that it takes dirt a lot easier. Cons apart, this is very comfortable, very lightweight, very handy. In case you use a small hand, mine is bigger, so for me it's okay, but for even a smaller hand, this is perfectly okay. One side effect here is that about the fingerprint sensor, like it is again on the very inconvenient position on the bottom. Nowadays, flagship phones do tend to give you here, but it is actually on the bottom side. There is no headphone jack. You need to keep that point in mind. Also about the SIM, you're getting dual SIM. One is the regular SIM and the secondary is the eSIM. So you have to keep that in the mind. Okay. So why this display is so unique? So this is not the first time Motorola is giving you the high refresh rate. Like the last year's Edge 30, you're also getting the 144 Hz screen refresh rate here. There's a catch here, I will come to it later. First, the screen brightness, it's not the max, not the least. It's on the perfect. Like I don't find any problem watching it outdoor, indoor, everywhere it is super perfect. Colors are again super nice. It gives you some, curvy features also. So yep, in case you're using gestures a lot, navigating here and there, this is fine, looks good. Two important points. First, about the HDR10 Plus support. This display officially support HDR10 Plus, but if you go to the Netflix, you're not going to see any kind of HDR10 certification there. Like there's no HDR content here. But yes, on the Amazon Prime, you can easily watch the HDR10 content. Another point I do notice about this, especially about the display refresh rate. Like if you select the auto, what I notice is that most of the times the phone tends to use 90 Hz refresh rate, and if it is idle, it just immediately switches to 60 Hz, which is makes sense. But in very few applications, I see it goes to 120 Hz. For example, if I'm using Twitter a lot, like it mostly runs on the 90 Hz refresh rate. But yes, if you just use it on 144 refresh rate, it tends to use everywhere 144 refresh rate. But yes, it will take a lot of battery. I will come to the stats later. Bezels are very less. Obviously, right left there's no bezels at all. One cons you can notice about this phone is especially about the form factor. Like this is not much wider compared to the usual smartphone you're getting right now. It is slightly thinner, so when you start doing some typing things, so you may see like the keyboard is very small, or if you're doing one-handed, your fingers will reach easily, but the buttons and keys are actually very tiny, small. This is a similar experience what I'm facing here on my, for example, this Fold 4, same kind of problems. This kind of slightly cons with the smaller form factor. You're not going to get any extra bloatware like third-party application. Whatever applications comes, they are just Motorola custom suites. For example, Moto Secure, Moto Features, Moto Hub, and some Moto notification. That's it, not too much. The look is slightly changed. For example, if you just slide down on the notification, you can see only 4 quick toggles, but when you hover it down, it comes to the 8. There's Google Now feed here too, and the widgets also are completely stock. It's not changed at all. There's secure folder feature also available. I think they took some feature from the Samsung one, whatever it is cool to use it. So the software is very clean, it works very fast, there is no lag so far. But the only disappointing fact I found about the Motorola device especially, they always tend to run on the very older version of security patch, and updates are also very less on the Motorola phones. For example, this one is currently running on the Apple security patch. We are already going to end on the soon, so you can understand. Yeah, company has said you're going to get 2 major version of Android update. Hopefully by the year end you should be getting the Android 14 once it is out, or maybe by the next year. The speakers on the Motorola Edge 40 are very nice and also very self-learning. What is that? First, let's hear about the audio quality. So you may have noticed there are two different ways the sound output is coming. First, when I was holding my phone on this flat position, the top speaker and the bottom speaker, they are kind of equally loud and the output is very good. But when I hold it my phone in this way, the output is slightly changed. The bottom one is slightly more, louder. If you go to the speaker section here, the dock speaker plays, you go to the Dolby Atmos, you can see there's a smart audio. So here you can learn how this one is working, like how you're placing the landscape one or the horizontal one. According this way, the output is actually changing and the sound is again very good. You get the Dimensity 8020. On the last year, you got the Snapdragon 778G variant. It is being called like it is a kind of replacement of that, but I would say it's slightly faster than Snapdragon 778G. For reference, you can see the scores are really very good. Still, it is a lot behind that Snapdragon 870. See, in my usage for the regular testing, like you're using a lot of social media application, you're listening song, watching video videos, I mean most of the general tasks, the device is more than enough to handle everyday tasks. Like it is super fast to handle everything. And yes, so only cause is that this is not a seriously pro level device to go for the gaming stuff because the battery capacity is slightly low, and the fox leather, whatever here is there, it tends to get slightly warmer, not too much. I feel like the glass phones are much better for the gaming stuff. This one is, it will give you a more heating effect in your hands. This is what I felt. Otherwise, gaming is smooth here. There is no such problem at all. If performance is your priority, you should be looking some other devices like the iQOO Neo 7, the OnePlus 10R, the Poco F5, and the upcoming OnePlus Nord 3. Stay tuned for that. We have the device and we are going to share you everything very soon. On the numbers, here you get the 50 plus 13 MP compared to the last one where you got the dual 50 MP followed by 2 MP additional, and the sensors are completely changed. This time there is no Sony, no Samsung. You get the 50 MP omnivision sensor. Okay, coming straight back to the photos quality, what you can notice here is that, see, first of course the details are good, like dynamic range is again very good, colors are coming nice. There are two main problems. First, the overall scene in the color is not as poppy, I mean the colors is not popping up, so that's why I call it as a poppy. So it's not very poppy, like not much vibrant, more exactly, and especially the green colors are way more greener than what you expect. Like it's like complete new grass with the fresh rain spills. There's no such condition here when I took the photos. So these are the two cons I found in these photos on this phone. Otherwise, complete low light. This phone performs slightly better than most of the average phone. It's not the best in the low light, but yeah, it tends to show you very good results. Speaking about the secondary sensor, the 13 MP ultra wide as downgraded from the last year's 50 MP. It's again Hisense sensor, not the Sony or the Samsung. So yep, unique again. So it's kind of good, but it is way better than what you get on the other phones like the 8 MP sensor. It takes slightly better shot. You get the good dynamic range, good details. Plus the bonus point is that you can take the macro with the same 13 MP. So at least here you can say the sensor is much usable compared to giving you the junk 2 MP sensor. So those are all about the photo quality. Now let's talk about the video quality. So with this phone, you can film 4K 30 FPS video both from the main sensor and from the ultra wide cameras. And the support of the OIS is only available on the main camera, not on the ultra wide. Colors are again very good, details are very nice, what we have seen similarly like on the photos, but again problem is same, like the green color is slightly more green here on the videos too. Stimulation, I found it slightly better compared to the rivals like the Realme 11 Pro Plus, etc. It does very well. Moving to the selfies, let's take a few selfies and take a selfie video. And here's a quick front camera video sample from this phone. Okay, before that, photos, let's talk about that. You get the 32 MP selfie camera here. The good part is that it's much better than a lot of the other phones you're seeing right now. For example, the photos are good. There's an option to take slightly wider selfie, both in the normal and the portrait effect is again very good. And yeah, it takes very nice photos. I love the selfie of this phone. The best part I like about this phone, like on the video part, you can film 4K videos from the front camera. So technically all of these cameras here, like all three cameras, are able to give you the 4K video quality here. Of course there is no OIS on the front, but again it's much better. See, the colors are very nice. What I am seeing right now, everything exactly same what I am seeing and what you are seeing actually. So colors and the selfies are very good in this phone. So in terms of the camera conclusion, if the priority for you is to have a good setup rather than a good crazy main camera sensor, I think this phone is for you. Especially the selfie department is again very good for this phone. Here you got the 4400 milliamps, and with the box you're getting the charger also, which can support maximum up to 68-watt charging. And in my test result, the phone took around 44 to 45 minutes in doing from dead to 100%. On the bonus, you also have the wireless charging support on the 15-watt, so that's a great part. Let's talk about the battery backup first. Let me show you the battery usage for the last 100%. I did had turned off my phone, so I got a screen on time of here around 3 hours, and by having the remaining percent I can easily cross the 4 hours of screen on time. But let me tell you, the stats of 4 hours plus is on the 144 Hz refresh rate, which is gonna take a lot more battery. That's why if you use this phone on the auto refresh rate, you can easily cross 6 to 7 hours. Depends on, mix to heavy. Like if you're really heavy user, I think you're gonna top up to 4 to 5 hours. For the casual usage, you can easily cross 6 to 7 hours. Okay. What I like about this device, like the compact form factor, the great display, good performance, good camera setup, wireless charging is pro feature, IP68, like you're getting many of the premium feature in under 30K. That's what this makes this device as a best value for money package. You're getting everything good. But yes, if you have a specific niche requirement, like the performance is your priority, you should be going with the Poco F5, iQOO Neo 7. Already have did the comparison on the other channel, you can check out. And display is your priority, so this is again very great display, but still OnePlus 11R is there, which is again slightly more costly. Poco F5 has very less bezels, and that AMOLED display, the 12 bit, is again very good. So yeah, you have to decide, but this is a complete overall package. The only cons major I forgot to tell you about the display scratch stuff. It gets scratched very easily, so do try to apply some temper glass on this phone. So that's it guys with the Motorola Edge 40 full review. Stay tuned for many more such exciting videos. Have a great day.